Welcome back to Right Answers Mostly, a podcast on what you didn't learn in history class, but you really wanted to. I'm Claire Donald.
And I'm Tess Bellomo.
Tess, I hope you came ready to gossip about some juicy shit.
Give me all of the tea. Tell me everything.
Okay, so you guys, today I am doing the Jude Law Sienna Miller cheating scandal.
We've been waiting for this one.
It's something that as a millennial was on my radar at some point, but I didn't really know that much about it. So I was like, can I do a full episode on this? Can I? Oh my God.
I bet you can. I bet you can.
So, Tess, before we get into it, what do you know about this cheating scandal? What do you know about Jude Law and Sienna Miller?
I remember this. So was this like 2004, 2005?
Very good, Tess. Very good.
Yes, see if I had spent this much energy in school, like actually into my schoolwork, I would have been a straight A student. But this was a very vivid memory for me.
Well, I think now we can appreciate different levels of intelligence.
Definitely in pop culture, even as like a seventh grader, I was very proud of my knowledge. And I do remember my mom and my aunt talking about this when we were on our summer vacation. And because I think they were getting like People, it was on the cover of People and Us, and all of us and my cousins being like, wait, what just happened? And then be like, nothing. We shouldn't be talking about this. And finding out a little bit about it and being like, oh, Jude Law's a terrible man.
There was so much that I didn't even realize because I was quite young when all of this was happening. I don't even think I could grasp, especially for our Gen Z Rammies, like how big of a deal Jude Law and Sienna Miller being together was.
Well, she was the boho chic it girl. Like, she's equivalent to like oh my God. I'm like, who would you even compare her to now?
Well, she was actually before Mary-Kate and Ashley like really leaned into their boho chic. I feel like she was kind of the pioneer for this like Tumblr boho chic it girl era.
Oh, she was so beautiful and cool. I actually haven't really seen that many Sienna Miller movies. So I actually know some things, but I'm not going to say because I don't want to give it away. But I feel like what happened with this started the trope and stereotype of a certain thing that we still see now. You know what I mean?
Tess, you're just so smart. Like, I'm
Oh,
just so happy to like host this podcast with you because you already get it before we're getting into it.
oh, thank you so much. I'm going to tell my seventh grade self that, I'm just
Yeah.
like, hey, I know about this for a reason.
She should be proud. You can make a career out of this, okay?
Wow, if only we could have told ourselves.
I know. Actually, it's probably for the best because then we would have been like, well, I'm really not paying attention now.
No, we had to apply ourselves to move forward.
A little bit, yes. But you're right. That is why I am trying to lean into like my boho little era if you're watching on YouTube as well.
We love that blouse. It's so Sienna Miller. Oh, and the hair too.
Thank you. Tess got me this blouse.
I love it.
But you guys, without further ado, let's get into it.
Tell me.
First of all, we need to do like some backstory on these two, right? Like, who is Jude Law, as if he really needs an introduction. So David Jude Hayward Law, what a name.
David is his real name?
David is his real name.
I feel sick.
I know. It's like sometimes you don't want to see how the sauce is made.
I don't like that at all for some reason. No offense to any Davids, but no.
No, Jude is such a sexy name, though.
It's just, I love the name Jude.
He was born on December 29th, 1972. So what we have is a Capricorn king.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Triggering.
We've had our experiences with male Capricorns, so.
Okay.
So his parents were both school teachers. He began acting at the age of 5. He really got into theater. And then he just didn't really vibe with school as well. So he ended up dropping out at 17 to pursue acting.
Hot.
And he does a lot of theater work in London, and he eventually makes it to Broadway. And in 1995, he does the play Indiscretions, where he acted opposite Cynthia Nixon.
What?
No, say it, Tess.
Miranda. Any chance I can get.
Any chance you can get. Yeah, I had no idea that these two were, on Broadway together.
They played lovers?
I don't think that they played lovers. There were some other actors that I wasn't really familiar with, so I just kept Cynthia Nixon in there.
Okay, well, good for
Mhm.
her.
So this role actually earned him a Tony Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor and the Theater World Award. So he's like killing it right away.
Damn. And he wasn't a Nepo baby.
He was not a Nepo baby. Both of his parents were teachers.
That's nice.
It is nice to see. So then he eventually gets into soap operas, which, like, God, he has a face for it, you know?
He really does, Claire.
And it's like the height of soap operas. In 1994, he appeared in his first major leading film role, though, in the British crime drama Shopping, which I'm
Oh,
unfamiliar with.
same.
Tess, enter his co star, Sadie Frost.
Mm.
She is going to be one of our players in this game.
That name just sent a chill down my spine, I'm not gonna lie.
So Jude is 22 years old at the time. Sadie is 29, and she just got done filming Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula. So she was also an actress. She is currently married to a guy named Gary Kemp. Our British Rammies might know him. He's a British songwriter and musician. So Sadie and Jude are in a movie together. She's married, but she said this when she first met Jude. She said that, well, okay, she didn't say this exactly. I have this in my notes that she tried to shut off her jumping, beeping thoughts that were going through her mind
When because she was married.
because she was married. And in her memoir, she did say, quote, "It was more than just a harmless crush. I felt it was my fate to spend the rest of my life with Jude. The force of love I felt for Jude and his intense ambition made me feel out of control."
I mean, can you imagine doing a play? I'm, like, giddy. Like, a play with this man.
I mean, we're all thinking of the holiday version of Jude Law right now.
And the Talented Mr. Ripley version.
And thank you for bringing it there. Like, spray tans have never looked better.
No one has ever looked better, actually. Like, maybe.
I completely agree, and it just seems like Jude Law has the razz, and, like, when you meet him, it is undeniable.
You're like, "I'm gonna risk everything."
Everything, and she does. Sadie couldn't resist, and so her and Gary end up getting a divorce in 1995, and then Jude and her get together immediately.
But they weren't having an affair?
I wouldn't say that. I'm sure there was some crossover.
Got it, got it.
Yeah, but then she makes it official. So then her and Jude are together, and Jude and Sadie have their first kid in 1996 when Jude is 24. They eventually get married in 1997, and this is like where his star is really rising. He gained prominence for his role in the movie. It's the Oscar Wilde biopic called Wild. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh, I forgot about that movie.
I had never seen it, but I would love to see it.
I haven't seen it either, but I remember, like, the poster.
So it was in 1997, and Jude Law played the young lover of Oscar Wilde, Lord Alfred Douglas, and people are just like blown away by him in this role. He won the Evening Standard British Film Award for Most Promising Newcomer, and the New York Times noted that Law's voluptuous beauty and mocking boyish petulance gave a rock star performance.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Voluptuous beauty and mocking boyish petulance.
Yeah, I'm picturing it.
I'm picturing it.
I forgot that he got married so young. Like, 24 that's crazy. And I do remember this from when I was a kid, it being like, his wife is older than he is? Like,
Yeah.
feeling shocked by it. We just really never see it.
No, we really don't. So then Tess, of course, in 1999, he starts working alongside Matt Damon and Gwyneth Paltrow in The Talented Mr. Ripley.
Did Gwyneth and him hook up during that?
I didn't find anything on that. I,
Yeah, she may have been with Ben at that.
Brad?
Brad? Ben? One
God,
of
her
them?
roster.
Well, she always says that her roster is even longer than any of us would imagine, but she can't say.
Release the tapes, Gwyneth. We need to know.
Release the goddamn tapes.
In times like these, like, give us some relief,
I know, we need it.
some escape.
Mm,
He's still with Sadie at this time. And this is where he gets nominated for an Oscar. He gets nominated for a BAFTA. Like, all of it, people are loving what they're saying.
I bet.
And so then in 2000, Sadie and Jude have another child. And then in 2002, they have their third child, which is Iris Law, which I think Iris is like being a Nepo girly pop baby girl.
I think she, like, models occasionally and does her thing.
Same. And it's like, as you should. So Sadie and Jude, they're young, they're in Hollywood, and they get into this group of celebrities in the 90s called the Primrose Hill Set. Have you ever heard of this group?
No.
I had not either, but it's like this clique of celebrities that were based in Primrose Hill, and they had a reputation for, quote, having a whale of a time with drink, drugs, and bed hopping.
Damn, so they're all British?
So the core members were Kate Moss, the Oasis lads, Ewan
Oh.
McGregor, Chris Martin and Gwyneth Paltrow were like honorable mentions. So, like, not all British, but mainly the British actors who were just like killing it in Hollywood, drinking, doing drugs, and like hooking up with each other.
I bet there was so much cocaine.
Oh, so much cocaine, Tess. And Sadie actually wrote in her memoir how this lifestyle like put a huge strain on their relationship. She said, quote, "One night I arranged a babysitter and went out and partied all night and got home the next day wrapped with guilt. I didn't feel anything, just numb."
Yeah, and then she's probably like, "God, like, I feel kinda guilty as a mom, like, I'm just out all night doing drugs and getting back and being like, oh, shit.'"
Tess, funny you say that. In 2002, Sadie and Jude got some bad press because Iris, their 2-year-old daughter, was rushed to the London hospital after she swallowed a part of an ecstasy tablet at a children's party.
At a children's party?
So
Like, they were
apparently,
hosting and, like, she got into something?
I think this party was at a bar, but it was a children's party, and there was a little ecstasy tablet on the ground that Iris got and swallowed it, and they caught it, like, right away, but they had to, like, rush her to the hospital. It's like, I mean,
They were like, "Oh god, the pupils." They're like, "Oh god,
no, the
call 911
people.
call 911."
Iris is like, "I have never loved you more."
She's like, "I'm feeling kinda good, actually." She's like, "Pump up the music."
She's like,
What
"Could you just hold
happens?
me?"
Yeah, yeah. She's like, "I like to usually be held, but I really wanna be held." What happens if a child takes ecstasy? I'm sure their heart can't handle it.
No, it was little. It all ended up being okay. I think that they had to like just have her on like constant watch. I'm not really sure, but obviously, like it comes out in the press, and people are like, "You guys have got to get it together. Like this is so bad."
That's some really tough press, like, that's really not good.
No, I like, actually can't imagine coming back from that.
No, I don't know if you really can.
Yeah. So that's tough. And it is around this time that Jude tells Sadie, I'm not really in love with you anymore. And in August 2003, they filed for divorce and their divorce was finalized by October.
Was she devastated?
I think she was devastated.
Yeah.
I think what we will see is that like Jude Law is doing his own thing and women are just getting wrapped up in it and like, please do not leave me.
Jude Law is living his life for Jude Law.
There it is, Tess. And there it is. Okay, so he's 31 at this point. He's a global superstar. At this point, he's been in Cold Mountain. He's been in Talented Mr. Ripley. Like he's doing so many movies. And there was actually a rumor that him and Nicole Kidman had an affair during Cold Mountain. But Nicole Kidman sued publications for libel.
Well, is that when she was still with Tom Cruise? Because I'm sure that would not have been good for Tom Cruise to hear about that.
2003, wasn't Tom Cruise close to being with Katie Holmes? Like that's close to the couch jumping, isn't it?
Yeah, I think couch jumping was 2004, 2005?
God, so much happened in the early 2000s. We'll never get it back.
We didn't know what we had. Like,
No,
God, the juicy gossip, but nothing will compare.
I know. I know. So they maybe or maybe didn't hook up, but he is busy working.
Yeah, I remember Cold Mountain.
Wait, isn't Cold Mountain the one where what's her face? Sorry, now we're doing what's her face
I
again.
know, I started a bad trend.
Oh, Renee Zellweger has a crazy accent.
Yeah, she does, which is shocking because it's like she's so good in Bridget Jones. She's great as a Brit.
Well, it's shocking to me that Renee Zellweger is from Texas and that she's not from London or Australia.
Remember when she dated Kenny Chesney?
That's upsetting to
Talk
me.
about a fever dream.
Talk
Like,
about a fever dream. Like, sis, are you okay?
and then Bradley Cooper right after.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's something there.
There's something to unpack, yeah.
So he just did Cold Mountain. And then in 2004, he does this movie, Alfie, which is a romantic comedy drama inspired by the 1966 British film of the same name.
That trailer is really, really good. The movie is not good, but seeing that trailer for the first time and seeing the looks,
Well, Tess, do you want to tell everyone who his co star was?
the most gorgeous 60s vision, Sienna Miller.
That's right. Tess, his co star was 21-year-old Sienna Miller.
Oh, she's 10 years younger?
She is 9 years younger than he is. He's 30 at this point. I think
Oh,
I said he was 31 earlier. It's all in the
it's
same.
all okay, but they have a little bit of an age gap.
Yeah, they definitely have an age gap. And, early 20s is very different than early 30s where you are in your life.
Yeah, 21, you're like a baby.
Truly. So let's talk about Sienna Miller. So Sienna
Oh,
Miller was born on December 28th, 1981. So she's also a Capricorn queen.
2 Capricorns. Does it work? Does it work?
Does it work? Well, I guess we will see. She was actually born in New York City, but she was raised in London. Her father, Edwin Miller, is an American dealer in Chinese art, and he was previously a banker.
Rich.
Yeah, she came from wealth. And her mother, Josephine, is a British former model who was born in South Africa to British parents. And at one point was a personal assistant to David Bowie.
What?
Yeah. And her mom was a one time manager of the Lee Strasberg Theater and Film Institute in New York.
Those are some chic parents.
An
My
art
god.
dealer?
Wow. Like, oh, damn, a previous model who's, like,
Yeah.
still in the theater.
Yeah. So it's like, of course, Sienna Miller ended up the way that she did.
Yeah, and she's so beautiful. It's like, how like, please, let us see your face.
Of course. So at 8, she was sent to boarding school, and Sienna Miller said, quote, "I was raised to be a people pleaser." As a child and a young adult, she was sunny and pretty. And after she gets out of school, she immediately starts modeling and just crushing it. And she also wants to get into acting. And she, I believe, also studied at the Lee Strasberg Institute.
God.
She, yeah, obviously got into modeling, but she was very passionate about acting and like loved the craft as well.
I feel like she's an underrated actress. Like, I feel like she's natural.
I've only really seen her in that Edie Sedgwick Factory
Yes.
Girl.
That's what I was like, "What have I seen her in?" She was good in Factory Girl.
She was good in Factory Girl.
I think she's always been also, like, typecast. Like, she's never really had much opportunity to play something other than a cool, beautiful woman smoking a cigarette with eyeliner.
Exactly, Tess. Exactly. And I think that came from the scandal, but we will get into it. So at age 20, she lands a rom com with Al McPherson. And it's around this time that she starts having a fling with Orlando Bloom. I know. It's like, well, why not?
Why the hell not?
Orlando Bloom in the early 2000s. We're Pirates of the Caribbean time. We're Elizabethtown. Lord of
This
the
whole ep
Rings.
this whole episode is just Leo Wolf of Wall Street gif just biting. It's just like a horny episode. I mean, let's all just admit it.
You guys, let's lean into it, right? Like, let's lean in.
We sometimes the girlies just need to be horny.
Horny. Yeah. And we've been saying that.
We have for years.
So a few roles later, she lands the love interest role in Alfie opposite Jude Law. And after they're filming this, there are some paparazzi pictures of them at the park and they're kissing. But she comes out later being like, "Oh no, we're not kissing. Like, we're just hanging out. It just is what it is." And it's like, sis. But it just seems like they were quite taken with each other. She said, quote, "It's been a very exciting few weeks, but it's difficult to know what to say. You do fall in love a little bit with everyone you're working with on some artistic level. I'm convinced of it."
Now ain't that the truth? We've all had a little slip up here.
I'm just like, okay, you're going to give me a script where it's like you have this beautiful makeout scene with Jude Law and you expect me not to fall in love?
At 21, like, good God. I mean, I don't blame her. I don't blame her.
I don't either. So after the movie premiered, Jude was very busy. Like he was really working his Capricorn essence at this point. He's in 5 movies in this one year. And one of the reasons he did all these movies, he did Aviator, speaking of Leo.
Oh, he's in that?
He is, which I forgot about that. Also Closer.
I'm having a reaction just to this time in life.
If you've ever been in acting class in LA, you have done or watched a scene, the Natalie Portman stripper scene from Closer.
Closer is the third co-host of this podcast. Like, Closer was formative in so many ways.
I actually haven't seen it.
Closer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Claire, pour yourself a glass of wine and watch it. I mean, it's just like 4 people all cheating on each other with sex scenes like throughout.
Well, it's Jude Law, Natalie Portman, Julia Roberts, and then who's the other one?
Clive Owen.
Oh, interessant.
So they're both like couples that fall for the other couple and they all get intertwined. And yeah, that art scene, I can say it right now, essentially. Yeah. We all thought we were really doing something with that.
Yeah, we did.
We really
Yeah,
did.
we did, Tess. So yeah, he's doing that, a series of unfortunate events. And they said that he was working so much because it allowed him to be involved in something else besides the legal drama from his divorce with Sadie. So apparently there was some dramas there.
Like child custody and stuff?
I think so. And probably just like splitting things up. It seems like he also does like to escape with his work like a true Capricorn does.
Well, also, I imagine a little complicated because when they were together, he wasn't as, like, rich and famous, so I'm sure hard to work that out.
But then Jude and Sienna do become public in 2004, and they become the it couple.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say top top 5 in the history of hot Hollywood couples, right? Like,
I think so. I actually meant to send you some pictures. Like, there's a paparazzi picture where they're at some sporting event and she's like feeding him something.
I feel like I
Or
know what
maybe
you're
he's
talking about.
feeding her. One of them is feeding the other person, and you're just like, hubba hubba.
Wow, what beautiful people.
They do kind of look like male and female versions of each other.
With, like, the light eyes, but isn't she, like, freckly and
Yeah, but she's blonde, you know. It's like they're both blonde.
was he blonde at this time?
I think so. Maybe I could I associate
Like,
Jude Law as being blonde.
yeah, that's true.
Am I
That's
wrong?
true. No, I feel like he's like I'm like, "Why am I picturing him brunette? Is he brunette in The Holiday?"
No, I think he's pretty blonde in The Holiday. Google it.
I'm just gonna pull up some photos of that. I mean, oh, yeah. Well, it's hard to say
Let me see.
because, like, in this one, he's
Oh,
brunette.
that's
Oh my god.
that's the event I'm talking about.
I remember this clip. Oh my god, it's this one. Oh my god, it's this photo.
Yes. Okay. So, oh wow. If you guys are watching on YouTube, I'm sweating actually. So she is feeding him something, and it's
It's
sexual.
crazy.
We're getting overwhelmed right now. I'm like
I'm
legitimately
crying.
sweating.
I kind of
Holy
am too.
shit.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay,
everyone head on over to Right Answers mostly, and why don't you give yourself 5 minutes to
but
enjoy?
just to calm down. But then he does have some phases where he's more blonde.
Yes, it's true. So he goes back and forth.
He was getting some highlights, but weren't we all?
No, weren't we all?
Oh
Yeah.
boy, yeah, I can't even look at these during this recording, or else I'm gonna get distracted and like not be able to focus.
I know, same. But I'm picturing it.
Yeah, for sure, and everyone is.
Everyone is. So they are like the new it couple. And because of the fact that Sienna has really only done 2 movies, she's newer to the industry. She doesn't have a ton of work under her belt. She is very quickly seen as just a tabloid personality.
And like just Jude Law's girlfriend.
And just Jude Law's girlfriend. Like, he's freshly divorced. He's a single bachelor. He's super hot and famous right now. So the media goes insane, like wanting to follow him. And then Sienna does in turn become a superstar, but not for her craft because, like you just said, she is with the hottest bachelor right now.
Was she immediately like known for her fashion, or did that take a minute?
She said, quote, "For a long time, my reputation was something to celebrate. It just wasn't celebrating anything that I wanted to celebrate. People would come up to me and say, 'I love your clothes.' And I'd be like, 'I'm trying to do Shakespeare.'"
I have chills.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So, and also, I think as a reminder for us American Rammies, like, this is early 2000s. This is early 2000s British press. The British press, as we know from our Princess Diana episode, Amy Winehouse episode, they are ruthless.
Yeah, it's not like good. Even if like you do get good press there, it's like intense and a little manipulative. Feels like
Yes.
it's like dark press. It's always just dark.
It's always dark. They're always trying to follow them. And it's like she is also a reminder, like 21, 22 years old at this time.
My God.
And so people do see them as the it couple and they're like, oh, but she's just like this hot party girl. And I thought this was an interesting little thing to think about that I saw from an article. This is what the journalist said. Jude Law, as pretty as Sienna Miller back then, had, and I'm going to go out on a limb here, much less substance than his girlfriend. But in spite of appearing on magazine covers too, he was taken very seriously indeed as an actor. Sienna Miller, on the other hand, was dismissed as an empty, talentless celebrity.
And we have seen this time and time again, haven't we?
And I just love that the journalist like called it out, being like, "Yeah, he's hot, but I don't know if he's like that much more talented or more talented than her at all."
But it's always, like, to bring it back to Princess Diana and Prince Charles, like, it's like everyone's looking at her, you
Yes.
know? Even though you have more fame and notoriety and success, we all care about her. Like, that's always how it goes with these couples. Like, we wanna know more about the women.
I agree, and it's just so strange to me that because she's being photographed so much that then we can't take her seriously, like, because she has amazing style and she's gorgeous and she can't be a great actor?
It's very hard to have good style like that. Like, you are, like, an artist even in that, you know?
100% Tess, it's such a good point, but, like, she does just get pinpointed as a tabloid superstar immediately. It's like she didn't even have a chance because of this relationship to carve out her acting career.
That's devastating.
I know, but she is carving out her signature boho style. The Guardian and Vogue call her the queen of boho. She is just like that cool it girl.
I'm gonna scream.
Tess, this is crazy. In 2004, Sienna Miller is Vogue magazine's It Girl of the Year. And in 2004, Jude Law is People magazine's Sexiest Man Alive.
I remember that cover of Sexiest Man Alive so well. So, so well, of just being like, "Who else could it be this year?"
They are truly Barbie and Ken. They are the homecoming king and homecoming queen. Like to be Vogue's It Girl and People's Sexiest Man Alive.
God, but then the pressure too, like, in your own relationship, it's just like, everyone wants to be us, everyone thinks that we're perfect, like, what's going on? What's
Yeah,
actually going on?
it's too much pressure. And
Mhm.
the tabloids were scrutinizing their relationship as well. It wasn't just like, oh, they're perfect. But Sienna Miller told British Vogue, quote, "We love each other desperately, and it makes me sad that the press are so cruel and negative."
I mean, it must be hard. God, she's also so young. He's also young too, like, it's wild to think about.
Tess, after a year together, Jude Law proposed on Christmas Day. Sienna Miller was 22, about to turn 23 years old, and he was 31, about to turn 32.
This is giving Nick and Jessica, isn't it, a little bit? Like, getting
Interessant.
Mhm. I did not know that they were engaged.
They were engaged. He proposed to her in England. I mean, they were going on a vacation together with his 3 kids right after he proposed.
She's a 22-year-old stepmom,
She
essentially?
she
Oh
will be
god.
a 22-year-old stepmom, Tess, yes.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, that's, like, honestly such a great place, like, just put in perspective again, like, they are in such different he has 3 children, he's in his early 30s, he has, like, a huge career behind him. She is in her early 20s, she's new to the scene, has no kids.
Oh my god, I'd be like, well, I guess do you think she liked the children?
I don't even know how much time they spent with the kids. Because also a reminder that they've been together for, like, basically a year now, and,
Yeah,
like, I don't know how much time he was even spending with his kids at this point.
that is fair. Okay, that's fair.
So I'm not really sure. But the ring that he proposed to her with was reportedly worth $35,000 at that time, which apparently when that came out, a bunch of people were like, "That's cheap for a celebrity ring."
Oh god, I mean, I guess compared to, like, I don't know. I mean,
What
aren't
we
there
see
some in
now?
yeah, I mean, $35,000 in 2004, that's probably, like, closer to 70, right?
I mean, I think it's insane. Like, I can't even imagine. It's a 9 diamond platinum and gold, engagement ring.
It's 9 carats?
9 diamonds.
Oh,
So I
9
don't know how many
diamonds.
carats it was.
But they're, like, cool. Like, they wouldn't have, like, a Kim Kardashian, like, they're chic.
That's not her vibe at all.
God, I wanna see it.
Yeah,
Mm.
it looks just like a gold band with, like, a diamond.
Love.
Yeah. So 4 months after they get engaged, Tess, reports actually come out that they are not doing well. So it happens pretty quick. Apparently, Sienna is partying because God forbid a 21-year-old go and
Oh my
party.
god.
And that Jude really wanted to set a date, and Sienna kept being like, "I need more time. Like, I'm just not quite ready yet." And he was getting frustrated with that. Okay. She's 23 and they've known each other for a year, and he's frustrated that she wasn't immediately ready to set a date.
She also probably was like, "I'm already getting, like, pinpointed as just your girlfriend, like, I'm gonna become now just your wife, and I, like, need a little bit independence."
Of course. Like, there's so many reasons that it would make sense.
Yeah, like, take your time, it's fine.
Also, it's only 4 months later. Like, it's not like they've been engaged for even a year.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And apparently Sienna started telling her friends, like, this isn't the man that I dated. Like, I think they just started being on completely different life paths. Like, he's a dad, he's older, he's more established. And I think he was starting to get, well, in the
I
spring,
don't know.
rumors come out that Jude Law is, quote, disappointed in Sienna.
Ew, it sounds like a like father-daughter thing.
No, literally. It's like if you don't want to be with the 365 party girl, then maybe try dating someone your own age.
Also, sweetheart, you gave ecstasy to your daughter, like, a few years ago.
Okay, well, he didn't give ecstasy to his daughter.
Well, like, look, we all they he seemed to like to party.
No, exactly. Exactly. It's like you had your time.
Yeah, when you were that age.
Of course. Of course. So there is trouble in paradise, but no one could predict that when 3 months later, a bombshell hits the world. Tess, on July 17th, 2005, 7 months after they were engaged, the Sunday Mirror publishes an exclusive. The title of this exclusive says, quote, we rushed into bed and we had wild sex 3 times. Exclusive, Rat Jude's affair with the nanny. My whole body was tingling. And then one of his kids walked in. And you
Holy
guys,
shit.
we're going to take a little break.
No, no.
And we'll come right back. Okay, Rammies, we're back. We have to talk about the affair.
I can't like, literally, I can't wait.
This is what we are here for. Okay, Tess, enter Daisy Wright, Jude Law's 26-year-old nanny.
Okay, that's right. When you first said Sadie Frost, I thought that that was the nanny's name, but it was Daisy.
It was Daisy.
Daisies, daisies, daisies.
So, Daisy Wright met with the press and gave them an exclusive about the affair that her and Jude Law were having. And I think this is all even different than even like, because it reminds me of the David Beckham and the posh spice of it all and how she talked to the press about this. The way this woman talked to the press,
It was like vulgar, right?
it was so unnecessary. So, Daisy Wright was the weekend nanny of his 3 kids with Sadie. She would alternate between Jude's house and Sadie's house. So, Daisy actually got the job as the weekend nanny because one of her good friends was Sadie's assistant.
Okay.
So, according to Daisy, the affair between her and Jude Law got hot and heavy 3 months before he proposed to Sienna Miller. Yeah. Meanwhile, this man is rushing to get Sienna Miller to nail down a date.
That's monstrous.
Monstrous. Okay. So,
Ew.
how did this all happen? So, this is how Daisy said that the affair played out between the two of them. So, she said it started when 2 of the kids were in Spain with their mom, Sadie, and one was back with Jude, who was filming in New Orleans. I don't know why that one didn't go to Spain, but he stayed back in New Orleans with Jude. So then Daisy went to New Orleans to go help with that kid. And one night, Jude and Daisy and the son went to a concert. They go backstage after the concert. They meet with the band. I don't know which band it was. They get some drinks and then they get a limo back to their place, which
With the kid?
with the
This
kid.
is all so haunting. I'm like so triggered and disgusted already.
If I was the band, I'd be like, could you like make your 7-year-old go home?
I'd be like, the nanny should be home with him and you be
Literally.
out and having a good time. That's how it works.
No, literally, like this is why Hollywood is such a haunted place.
Oh my God.
So they get a limo back, and in the limo, the kid fell asleep. And so then Daisy revealed that Jude Law seduced her over a bottle of wine in the limo. Oh, he was shooting the movie All the King's Men at this time, by the way. So she said that they're in the limo and they're drinking. And then all of a sudden, they start talking more like friends than coworkers. And he's just like lamenting how hard it is to be in the public eye. She said that he said, quote, I may be Jude Law, but at the end of the day, I'm just an ordinary guy.
No, no, no.
I'm like, yuck.
And she still let him inside of her? That
Oh,
is, I mean, I would get the ick.
no, of course. But at this point, I think she's like, wow, Jude Law is confiding in me.
No, yeah. I mean, yeah, God. Okay, yeah.
Yep. So then she said that they got home. She goes upstairs. I assume someone put the kid up to bed at some point.
Let's
She
hope so.
she goes upstairs. When she comes back down, Jude was putting music on and he opened up another bottle of wine. It's all so inappropriate.
It's
And
God.
okay, so then they start chatting, and then he starts like confiding in her about his marriage with Sadie, his relationship with Sienna, unforgivable, jail, electric chair,
Literally electric chair.
how he missed the kids, and then he starts talking to Daisy about how wonderful she is and how they're like really so similar. And Daisy then says that she told Jude, I just don't understand why you can't find a wife who just wants a career and not to party all the time. And he said, quote, it's so difficult to find a woman who wants that.
I hate them both.
Same. I'm like, Jude, you are engaged to a 23-year-old woman.
If you don't wanna be with her, tell her you don't wanna be with her. Why are you doing this? Oh,
No,
he has some sickness.
he has some sickness. Why even propose in the first place? Also, so the nanny Daisy, we know all of this because she has literally gone to the publication and told them everything, and she gave them like her diary entries.
Why did she do that? Is she trying to be famous or an actress or
Of course, like that's like the only explanation, and it's so losery.
Ew, God.
So they're like connecting, I'm saying in quotes. And then he's like, okay, I got to go to bed. And then he kisses her. And then apparently he was like, it's a big house. If you get lonely, you know where to find me.
Oh my God. I'm laughing because it's just so like, it's almost absurd.
But I can see it perfectly.
100%. This, like, suave guy that's a piece of shit, his kid's in the house, like, so kinda typical.
Yeah. And like Daisy's not innocent at all. I'm not defending her at all, but she's also 26 with like a famous celebrity. So you know that she's just like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening.
Well, it's the power dynamic, like, it
Yes.
is so different,
Yeah.
and that's also really upsetting.
Well, then Daisy wrote, quote, the next thing I knew, he was kissing me. We kissed and kissed for what seems like ages. And I was thinking, I can't believe this. Jude Law is snogging me.
I mean, I'd also write that in my diary, to be fair.
Me too. I feel like that line, Jude Law is snogging me, is actually like burned into my brain. I do remember that being like
Y
a big thing.
Wow, snog it should be the episode title.
Jude Law is snogging me. Love it.
Because the girlies will know. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. So they're making out. And then Daisy said, quote, the next thing I know, we are dragging each other upstairs to his bedroom, kissing, and then in the bedroom, ripping each other's clothes off. We threw ourselves onto the giant bed. I wanted him so much. We kicked off our underwear, and before I knew it, he was inside me. Sorry. Sorry to be graphic, but Daisy's being graphic. I just, I'm doing my journalistic duties right now.
I hope they use protection.
Well, I don't know. She didn't clarify on that, but she did say, and before I knew it, he was inside of me. It was mind-blowing, rampant sex. Amazing, wonderful.
What does she look like? Not like that matters, I just need to
She
picture it.
she's blonde. She's just
Yeah.
like another blonde girly. Just like a reminder that this is in a worldwide publication.
Oh my God.
And we're not done yet. Daisy's got a lot to say about this night. So then Daisy said that Jude smelled so manly and we explored each other's bodies intimately and gave each other pleasure, and that he's a great lover and knows how to satisfy a woman. I'm like,
Well,
but I don't know if I'm convinced.
yeah, I feel like he's kind of one of those guys. We don't have to get graphic, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. He's
It's
like,
not what as good as you think it's going to be
well,
because he's so attractive. He doesn't have to be.
then she said that he all of a sudden felt guilty and sad and was like, oh God,
Oh, really?
after the deed was done.
He's like, oh man. Hmm.
It's like, wait, who was that back there? Yeah. And again, it's like, why do you have to go into all of these details? Like, you are showing your true colors. It's not just like, hey, I'm in love with this man. It's like you are putting all of these details out there. It seems cruel at this point.
That's really cruel. Oh, geez.
However, Tess, at dawn, after round 3 in the sack, the lovers were discovered in the bedroom by Jude's son.
How old is that kid?
I think I think this kid is like 6 or 7 at this point, I
Okay, well,
think.
okay, so that's the age that you kinda know what's happening, but you're also not 100% sure what the gravity of it?
I think that's exactly what it was. So apparently, Daisy said that he came in and said, "Daddy, Daddy, I'm having a bad dream." And then Jude said, "It's all right, darling. Go back to bed." The next thing I know, Jude was kissing my neck all over. It was fantastic. He was just great. It's just what I needed.
They're, like, neglecting the kid?
Apparently, he was like, "Go back to bed. Like, I'm hooking up with the nanny. I'll talk to you later." Isn't that crazy?
Oh, there's a special place in hell waiting for this man.
Tess, it gets even crazier.
I don't know if I can ever look at him the same again.
I know, but here's the thing. 3 days later, Sadie's back in town. All the other kids are back in town. Daisy is over at Sadie's house because Sadie's having a dinner party. And the kid that walked in on Daisy and Jude tells everyone at the dinner party that daddy was in bed with the nanny. Can you even? The kid revealed it to the dinner party.
He's just, like, eating some meatloaf. He's like, "Guess what I saw?" He's like, "You guys aren't gonna fucking believe it." Everyone just, like, drops their, like, forks. So oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so now Sadie knows.
So
But
that is the way that
okay.
Sadie found out, and then Sadie ends up firing Daisy, and Daisy had the nerve to tell the Daily Mail that she was disappointed in the way that she was fired.
Daisy, there's also a special place in hell for you.
100%.
You monsters.
100%. So I think after she was fired is then when Daisy went to the Sunday Mirror in July of 2005 and was like, "Boy, do I have a story for you."
Did she get paid? That's, like,
I'm
right?
sure.
Okay, so 'cause I'm like, what is the motivation?
I think there is a sickness of some people wanting to be famous so bad, and, like, it doesn't matter at what cost.
Yeah, and she probably was like, "I wanna get my point of this out," to kinda seem like more of a victim.
I think she wanted fame and money at the end of the day,
Ugh.
because she clearly doesn't care about her, I'm saying in quotes, "relationship" with Jude Law.
Or the kids that this also is disturbing, like, when you are a nanny, as we know, you care about these kids, like, you have been with them, you sometimes feel like you are part of the family. That's
Oh,
really upsetting.
can you also imagine how pissed you'd be if you were, Sadie, the mom?
At both of them, just like, "I've been trusting you with my kids
Yeah,
and my
and
disgusting ex-husband?"
this is what you're doing?
I hope Sadie has moved on and has had a good life because God knows that woman is probably exhausted.
Yeah, and speaking of poor women that are exhausted, the story is out. I believe this is how Sienna Miller found out.
He didn't tell her first?
I kept trying to find that, and if I had to guess, I could be wrong. I think that he was trying to do damage control with Sadie and the nanny just immediately went to the papers.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense. Because do you think Sadie called him that night and was like, "You
I'm
wanker,"
you wanker, I'm sure.
right? Like, she probably would have to address it immediately.
I mean, it's humiliating.
I can't
Yeah.
I can't believe this. Why has there never been a movie made about this?
I know. I do feel for Sienna Miller. I'm sure she's like, "I
No,
don't want," and we're
that's
doing this
very fair.
episode, not to bring up all the trauma again for her because, Sienna Miller's a Rammy.
No, that's right. I got ahead of myself. I'm sorry. I just was, like, picturing that dinner scene, like,
You can't write that
haunting.
shit.
You really can't write it.
It's so sad though, Tess, because during this time, Sienna Miller was appearing in the West End of London in a production of As You Like It, so a
Oh,
Shakespeare play, and so she's so excited about this. She's like, "Finally, I'm, like, getting to show off my acting chops." She has to
oh.
show up and perform for 800 people the night that she finds out about all of this. She's 23 years old. She's panicked, mortified, and she has an obligation to be on stage 8 times a week before a capacity of 800 people. And everyone knows about the affair that your fiance just had with the nanny.
And that's all people are gonna talk about, and God, she's getting this, like, amazing acting opportunity, and people are no one's even gonna talk about her acting,
Well,
her as an artist.
exactly, and the headlines, like, didn't hold back from Jude Law, like, they called him Rude Law, which is, like, not even that big of a
Okay,
deal.
go please, that's child's play.
Yeah, I think that we could, like, give us a few more minutes and we could come up with, like, some better things,
You sure could.
but, of course, they were more brutal to Sienna and Daisy, but, like, I mean, Sienna Miller. There was one headline that said, quote, Sienna Miller, dumb as the rest of us.
Why is this her fault?
Why is this her fault at all? He releases a statement that said he was deeply upset and ashamed that he
Mm,
hurt Sienna and the people most close to us. I want to publicly apologize to Sienna and our respective families for the pain that I have caused.
I bet. I bet.
Sienna's mother, Josephine, spoke to the press and she said, quote, he's so stupid. He's a bloody idiot. And you can quote me on that. Some men just can't keep it in their trousers. That's your mom's energy, I
Yeah,
feel.
truly, that is Jib making a statement.
And we love that.
That Scorpio energy. Oh my god. I feel so sad for her.
No, you know what is makes me so mad? Someone from his team or one of his friends talked to the press and they said, quote, he did several films back to back to fulfill his financial commitments. And with Sienna's career taking off, he didn't see as much of her as he would have liked. She's a young party girl. And one of the major differences between them is that he really despises that whole celebrity scene. Whereas for her, it's still a novelty.
Then don't date her if it makes you so mad. You have the option not to be with someone like that then.
Also, weren't you just out partying with your nanny and your kids? So, like, what are you talking about,
Yeah, weren't
actually?
you literally opening like a second bottle of wine with your child in a limo and seduced like you're not sober, honey.
No, exactly. And then again, it's like what we see all the time of like, well, this affair is her fault because she was partying. What?
It's God, we've seen this so many times.
I know. So it hurts her image of wanting to be a serious actor because all the tabloid craziness and like nonstop following her, people aren't taking her seriously. She actually had to have her understudy take over for her 48 hours
That
after this
is
news broke.
so fucked up. She's been working her whole career to do this.
She's finally doing Shakespeare in London.
And she has to have her understudy because she's so heartbroken and embarrassed.
She said, quote, that was one of the most challenging moments I hope I'll ever have to experience. Because with that level of public heartache, to have to get out of bed, let alone stand in front of 800 people every night, it's just the last thing that you want to do. And she said that she doesn't really remember a whole 6 weeks of her life during that experience. She said that people told her that they came and had dinner with her, but she doesn't remember it at all.
I have full body chills.
Tessa gets even worse. So, what the public didn't know yet
Oh God.
is that Sienna Miller also just found out that she was pregnant.
I felt like this was coming.
I had no idea about this.
I didn't know either.
So she had only told 3 of her best friends, like she hadn't told her family, she hadn't told anyone, just 3 of her best friends that she was pregnant. Weeks later, Page Six reported that it was, quote, looking more and more likely that the young actress was pregnant, and they were citing inside sources.
One of her friends said it to the press?
Well, initially, Sienna is like, oh my God, all this is happening. And now I'm being portrayed by one of my best friends. Like, I can't believe they went to the press. And then she said, my doctor phoned and said, we sent the documents you asked for. And I said, I didn't ask for any documents. What had happened was that one of the publications had gone to the doctor's office and told them that they were on her team and got her medical records, found that she was pregnant, and released it. Yeah,
It's one of the most horrific things I've ever heard on this podcast, actually. That
same.
is I like have no words.
No,
Is that illegal? Or is
yeah,
this before like
no, she ended up, so it was one of the British publications that did it, but it ended up being Page Six that released it, which Page Six is owned by Murdoch, Fox News, like that whole thing. They ended up being the one that said it's looking like she's pregnant, even though it's the British tabloids that found it. And I believe she ended up suing both of them and winning.
thank God.
So she ultimately ended up getting an abortion and terminating the pregnancy. She has revealed that this invasion of privacy took away her ability to properly think about that decision. She said the anxiety of the leak combined with the heartbreak of the split from Jude deprived her of her ability to think clearly about ending the pregnancy. So I think she just feels like I don't know what I would have even chose for myself because I was in such deep despair and that this was all happening around me.
That is so tough.
She's 23.
Oh my God. And like, of course you're not going to be excited about raising a baby and having a child with this man and being connected to him for the rest of your life when this is what he's done to you.
I think you're also just like, what does my life even look like right now? Like, I'm just completely humiliated. I'm completely heartbroken. I have like the world making fun of me.
It's not a good mental state to be pregnant and to be a new mom.
No, no. So I just can't imagine what she went through at that time.
Holy shit. Oh my
Yes.
god.
And then Tess, shockingly, in August 2005, Sienna and Jude are pictured walking around together. And in December 2005, they're seen together again.
They got back together?
Hmm. They got back together. However, though, just a quick note, in 2005, the Daily Mail is also reporting that Sienna cheated on Jude Law with Daniel Craig, one of Jude's best friends. And Sienna Miller was like, I would never do that.
He probably from his camp. They're like, "Well, she did it too." Right?
So that's going on in the press. So Sienna and Jude are out, but yes, the press is saying she might have been doing something with Daniel Craig. However, in February 2006, she's on the red carpet and she gets asked any advice for single women, and she responds, "Just stay single. Stick with your girlfriends."
Why do you think she got back together with him?
I mean, so many reasons why people go back to each other after infidelity, and especially like in this circumstance. I'm sure there was like some trauma bonding there,
Like,
like.
we can only understand because 'cause we're 2 celebrities, like, what this has been like.
And she's 23 and she was engaged to this person.
Do you think he knew about, like, the pregnancy?
I don't actually know. Like, I tried to find a lot more on that. And with that pregnancy, it's mainly just talking about the lawsuit of it all, but like not the personal
Do you know how much
side.
money she won from Page
I'm
Six and stuff?
I'm not sure.
I hope it was a lot. Justice for this woman.
I know. And then they are seen together in November, but then they call it quits again. And around this time, she does an interview with Rolling Stone where she said, quote, I don't know, monogamy is a weird thing for me. It's an overrated virtue because let's face it, we're all fucking animals.
I feel like he took that away from her, though. Like I
That's
said,
what I was
she's saying that out of, like, response to this trauma.
that's what I was literally just about to say. Like, if that's your first major relationship and that's how it plays out, like, of course you're gonna say that. So they seem to be broken up at this time. And then in 2008, Sienna actually does find herself in another cheating scandal with Baltazar Getty. Do you know who that is?
No.
He's an actor. I think he was in the show Brothers and Sisters, which loved that show growing up. Such a mom show.
Yeah, my mom loved that show.
Same. My mom loved that show. So I think he was in that. He comes from oil money. Like he is rich, bitch. But he was having an extramarital affair with Sienna Miller. So the pair were caught together in Italy, and there were topless photos of Sienna with him that made headlines. And he was married and a father of 4 at this time.
Oh my god, so then she became the other woman.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so tough. Oh god, that's so bad.
Isn't it so complicated? Also, I will say, like, paparazzi, why are you taking photos of topless women on vacation, though? You know what I
It's
mean? Like, it doesn't cancel out the fact that they were having an affair, but that is so disgusting to me.
it's also dark and corrupt.
Yeah, it's crazy. So after these pictures were released, Baltazar admitted to the affair. And of course, it damages her image even more. Like her apartment was vandalized with the word slut everywhere, and paparazzi were just ruthless in following her. And there's like paparazzi pictures of her like crying and begging them to leave her alone. So Sadie Frost, Jude Law's ex-wife, actually comes out in Sienna's defense at this time.
I was gonna ask, can these women come together? That's a please, I need it.
And John Tucker Must Die, Jude Law.
Literally.
Yeah, so Sadie Frost came out and was like, "Cut it out, leave it alone. She's young. Like whatever she does in her personal life is between her and the other person, and the media doesn't need to decide if she's a bad person or not. Like just
Well,
leave her alone."
yeah. Oh my god.
So Baltazar Getty ends up breaking up with Sienna and going back to his wife,
Ay,
which
ay,
is
ay, 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 ay.
again, can't imagine being Sienna at that point too. I mean, I can't imagine being that
The
wife. Like
wife. I'm like, oh god.
it's all horrible.
It's all really not good.
So then in 2009, Jude Law actually becomes a father again after a 2-day fling with an actress, Samantha Burke, in Florida.
Okay, so he's not wrapping it up when he's
Yeah, no,
honey,
I guess we know the answer to our question.
use a condom, my god.
Tess, this is so gross. So Samantha tried to get a hold of Jude and she couldn't get a hold of him because he gave her a fake number to be like, "Hey, by the way, I'm pregnant and it's yours." And so she had to let Jude know that he was pregnant through his publicist, and then he was insisting that the child was not his. They do a paternity test. He is the father. He was filming a movie when this child was born, and he doesn't meet the child till 5 weeks after the child was born.
Wow, I mean, this is really crazy, like, the start of this episode, I was just getting all hot and bothered thinking about him, and now I really can't ever go back.
Trash, trash,
Trash,
trash,
trash.
not for
Not
us.
s Oh my god. I have no words.
Then in late 2009, both Jude and Sienna were living in New York and they reconnected again.
S You're kidding.
Oh, no, they spent Christmas 2009 together and then they made it official, like that they were back together at the Met Gala in 2010.
You're kidding.
I'm not.
What the fuck is wrong with both of these people?
Their
They're so toxic for
physical
each other.
their physical connection must have been powerful. So maybe he does know how to please a woman.
Maybe he does. I hope he does after all of this.
Yeah,
God.
he can give them one thing. My God.
Literally.
Also, how chic to like make your couple debut at the Met Gala.
Do you think people, like, liked it at that point? Or do you think they God, but we're all so toxic. Probably everyone's like, "Love is alive." They made it work.
And like we could be convinced.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Well, maybe it is cute."
Love is alive. I know, like how easily we forget about everything. They end up buying a 7-bedroom house in London for $10.5 million. And then Tess, they finally split for the final time in February 2011.
So they okay, so they dated for, like, 2 more years?
Yes.
That
Yeah,
is
like a year. Like a
wild.
year. Yeah. Um, yeah,
Oh
but
my god,
Tess,
like, what do you think the conversation was like? Just like, do you think they, like, ran into each other? One of them drunk texted? Like, who initiated it? I wanna know.
I feel like he would have had to initiate it.
Like, "I'm a fucking wanker and I would do anything."
I'm,
Anything.
I'm like, okay,
You're just like, "Sure.
why not?
I just saw you in the holiday, and I've
Ex-
actually decided I will take you back."
exactly. I mean, maybe that's what it was for her.
Maybe she texted him after watching the holiday. We'll start that rumor.
We'll start the rumor here, Rammies. That's right. But it's not over, Tess, because we got to talk about Daniel Craig a little bit more.
She did.
Well, as you recall, in 2005, the Daily Mail was like, Sienna Miller is having an affair with Daniel Craig. And so in 2004, Daniel Craig and Sienna Miller starred in this movie called Layer Cake. So then, because publications are just, if we've learned anything from this episode, paparazzi is such trash. In January of 2014, there was a court trial against the News of the World, which is another publication owned by the Murdoch family.
Enough.
Enough. I'm watching Succession right now, though, so I'm like really in this world.
Yeah, yeah.
Trash. Okay, so it's a court trial against News of the World. And apparently, News of the World had been hacking phones. They illegally got access to people's voicemail and used them for tabloid stories. So they're hacking celebrities and politicians' phones and like people who have been in lawsuits. Yeah.
Yikes.
So in 2014, a bunch of celebrities had to testify in this trial, including Jude Law and Sienna Miller, because they were a part of, I guess, they hacked their voicemails. And in 2005, News of the World said that someone sent them Daniel Craig's voicemails, which is not true. They hacked into Daniel Craig's voicemails. And there was a voicemail to Daniel Craig from Sienna Miller that said, quote, "Hi, it's me. Can't speak. I'm at Groucho with Jude. I love you." So,
Oh my god.
it's so crazy.
These people are out of control.
Hollywood is like, I mean, the Wild West.
the Hollywood mixed with some Brits. You British families, we love you, but you guys are crazy, aren't you?
They like to party, and they're
Yep,
lovers.
you guys are lovers.
That's what Jude Law's like, "I'm just a lover."
I'm just a lover.
So she said, whether or not I was in a relationship with Daniel Craig, it was a very brief encounter and there was nothing significant beyond this. She clarified that the I love you phrase was something that she always ended her phone calls to Daniel saying, I love you. It was a declaration of friendship.
Okay, well, I will say to defend our girl, I feel like in different like Americans take I love you so like seriously. And like in France and England, I was just talking about this
Oh,
with someone.
oh.
And they were like, yeah, in French, it's just like 2 seconds after you meet someone, it's like, love you. Like, that's just such a thing. So maybe they like work together and they did have a genuine friendship.
Well, they would have had a genuine friendship because Daniel Craig and Jude Law were best friends.
Right. So
I
yeah,
don't know
maybe,
if I said that.
yeah. So maybe she's like, love you because you're like part of the fam.
No, I know. It's like it's not the most incriminating thing because like I also say I love you to like all of my friends, like even to a guy friend I would be like love you.
Yeah.
So it's not the most incriminating thing. But despite her claims, the Telegraph reports that her affair with Daniel Craig was also confirmed by the actress's driver, who told Jude Law before selling the story to News of the World for €6,000, which that driver is trash.
It's so disgusting.
And it's like, how could we trust that? Because they ended up selling the story.
Exactly.
However, don't feel bad for Jude Law and all of this.
Oh, I don't. Oh, I don't.
Because then the Telegraph reports that Jude's publicist allegedly met with News of the World to discuss how the affair would be reported and requested that they would say that Sienna Miller had cheated first and to describe her as clingy and a bit of a stalker. So his team went to the paper and said, hey, could you make it look like before this Daisy stuff comes out that Sienna cheated first and she's actually really clingy and a stalker? His team did that.
Do you think she knew about that ever? Because then, like, how could you literally get back together with that man?
Yeah, I feel like that wasn't revealed until, like, the
He was probably like,
trial.
"This is crazy how this is coming." Oh, I hmm,
Is that not so insane? Is this
that's
not
like
the
a
craziest story ever?
no, he's a level of evil that, like, I don't he might be one of the most evil men we've covered on Ram,
He has a problem.
and we've covered a lot of evil men,
We covered Charles Manson, we covered Jim Jones.
but I am thinking he might be up there.
Yeah, he's sick.
Oh my god, I never wanna watch a Jude Law movie again.
I know, but The Holiday is so good.
Oh, besides ones we've already seen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, if something new comes out, I'm like, "No."
Well, exactly, and I actually got the ick from Jude Law earlier this year in a way that I didn't think I could before by watching Black Rabbit. I was just like, I am disgusted by this person.
I
And
can't
then doing
believe
this
it.
research, I'm like, how could you do this to me? Question mark.
How could you do this to Sienna? Question mark. All of us.
Right.
Oh God, I'm getting hot.
Where are they now? So
Where are they now?
Sienna Miller has been very open about how traumatized she is from the British media. Um,
Oh
she
God.
dated actor Tom Sturridge from 2011 to 2015, and together they welcomed one child, daughter Marlo Sturridge, in July 2012.
I
We
remember,
we see her cute little room in her architectural digest.
guys. If you're ever feeling a little sad, you watch this Architectural Digest and see the most cozy, beautiful home you'll ever see in your life.
It is just British perfection.
I'm gonna watch after this.
Yeah, we need a palate cleanser.
I really do.
She starred in Anatomy of a Scandal, I believe on Netflix. She continues to be an it girl. She has several upcoming projects, including the TV series War and an untitled Jack Ryan project. She is dating actor and model Ollie Green. The couple have been linked since February 2002, or sorry, February 2020. The couple have been linked since February. What?
February 2022?
Yes! Oh my god, my brain was short circuiting. I'm
No,
so
because we're all
sorry.
so shook right now.
I'm so shook. So they actually have a kid together who they welcomed 2 years into their relationship, and they also have a 15-year age gap. He's 30 and I think she is, or he's 28 and she's like 44, something like that.
Oh,
15.
he's younger.
He's young.
But isn't that interesting after her trauma?
See, it's all like this is why actually pop culture is important in social studies because it's like there's so much to unpack here.
It's like all psychology. Like she has been fucked over in the press with these men. She probably wants to feel a little bit more powerful in the person that she's with now.
Isn't it interessant?
A little bit more control.
Right. So they seem to be doing well together.
Who the hell is Jude Law with now after hearing all of this?
Well, Tess, Jude Law had a fifth child in 2015 with a Catherine Harding. And then on May 1st, 2019, he married his girlfriend, Philippa Cohn. She's a business psychologist, whatever that means. And in September 2020, Jude Law announced the birth of the couple's first child together, who is also his sixth. Their second child and his seventh was born in February 2023. So he has 7 kids total, and he's in Netflix Black Rabbit. His wife seems to be his age,
I don't even know what to say.
and that's Jude Law and Sienna Miller.
I can't believe it. I really can't believe it.
I had no idea.
Same. Because I remember, like, I knew about the nanny. I had forgotten everything else. And I didn't know about, like, the pregnancy. I didn't know, like, how things were coming from his camp. But did this start the trope of, like, watch out for the hot nanny?
I mean, there was a lot of nanny stuff going on in the early 2000s. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger had an affair with his nanny.
That's right.
I feel like men have been hooking up with the nanny since the beginning of time.
So disgusting. It's like
I know.
it's a really special evil to, like, have an affair with someone that is helping watch your children.
I completely agree.
Well, what a fun, I mean, it's sick and twisted, but what a fun little time. I was on the edge of my seat.
I know. I just like it makes me feel sad that I didn't like what we were saying in the beginning of like I can't really think of a Sienna Miller movie and the fact that she wanted to be an actress so bad and it's because this man did something so trash to her. I mean, listen, she's doing okay. Like I'm not crying for her cuz she's a freaking it girl, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, that is a level of public humiliation
No one
that, like,
deserves that. Well,
no
actually,
one
I can think of a few people.
I can as well. But she did not deserve that, and how's Sadie doing in all of this? Is she just like, "You know what? I have to co-parent with this monster?"
I think she's vibing.
She's vibing?
I
I need
think
to, like,
so.
I'm truly gonna look up, like, all of these people for the next hour and just have myself a little, "Oh, yeah, I remember her, Sadie." Okay, sorry, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do this on my own time. Um,
Well, check out our socials at Right Answers Mostly. We'll have pictures, videos, all of it posted.
oh my god, what a fun episode. That was such, like, a nice pop culture break that I think we needed.
It was a wild ride, and I'm sorry that like the holiday might hit a little different this year, but you know, it is a movie and we can use it to escape because like 2025 has been cruel enough. I'm not going to take the holiday from you.
We can compartmentalize.
Yes, we can.
Oh, well, what a fun wild ride.
Truly. And Ramis, thanks for sticking around. If you love this episode, please share it on your socials. You can also subscribe on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. You can subscribe on YouTube. The whole video is there as well. And we will be back on Friday for another pop culture episode.
So much pop culture, so little time.
And we love you, Ramis, and we'll see you next week.
Love you guys.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.